Welcome to my official 2025 Clash in Paris predictions. As always in these prediction videos, we go over every match that is set to happen at this PLE, and I give my thoughts on who I think will win those matches, and I give my reasons as to why I think they will win those matches. Now, as always, you guys can leave me your thoughts down in the comments below, whether that's debating my predictions or if it's just leaving your Clash in Paris predictions in the comments. You can do all that. It's completely free, and it actually helps me out a ton, and I read pretty much every comment, man, so I don't see why you wouldn't want to do it. But also, while you're commenting, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and tap that notification bell. Helps me out a ton. And once again, go follow those socials, which includes my Instagram account, my X account. The links to those are in the description of this video. Following those, doing all that, like I said, helps me out a ton, and it is much appreciated. But now, let's get right on into today's video. Alright, so we'll start it off with Sheamus versus Rusev in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Obviously, what that means, it's basically just a no-holds-barred type of match, or like kind of Extreme Rules, kind of like that. That's basically what a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match is. But we will start it off with Sheamus and Rusev. And for this match, honestly, I'm going to have to go with Sheamus, man. I'm gonna say Sheamus to win this match. I really honestly I'm not gonna be mad at whoever wins this match, because honestly I've actually enjoyed this feud for the most part, so I'm actually kind of glad that it's finally come to a type of no holds barred stipulation in this match here at Clash in Paris. And I mean, I say Sheamus because, I mean, I kind of do prefer Sheamus over Rusev for sure. Sheamus has kind of been like one of those guys I don't pay too much attention to, but he's kind of been a guy that I've started to look I start to look more at him than I used to over the past, maybe few months. Now, I know Sheamus hasn't had the greatest Sheamus hasn't been doing anything crazily important, but I feel like there's just something about him that kind of makes me keep wanting to watch him, at some, to some extent, but honestly, like I said, any of these guys winning this match is fine with me. But for me personally, I'm just going to say that Sheamus is going to win this match. And I mean, this match is overall, man, it's just going to be a great match in my opinion. We've seen these guys put on bangers before, and we've also seen them put on, not so great matches. But the fact that this has now come to a no holds barred type of stipulation, I think these guys will put on I don't know if you really want to say a five-star banger, but man, I think this match can definitely be at least a banger, man. I think this one is going to be good, and man, I definitely cannot wait for it. But inevitably, I am going to have to go with Sheamus. But once again, if Rusev wins, I'm not going to be mad. Alright, and next up we'll move on to Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I think this one is very obvious as to who is really going to win this match. Becky Lynch is obviously going to win this match, so that is my prediction here. The reason I say it's obvious, man, because why would you give the belt to Nikki Bella is really the main question. Now, if you want to give it to her, fine, I'm not going to be mad. I just don't think it's really the greatest decision. I think the best decision here is to keep it on Becky Lynch. She's been doing so good with this title, and Becky Lynch she's in the peak of her career, man. This heel run that she's had is absolutely awesome. And she's elevated this Intercontinental title to a whole new level. This thing was pretty much dead. No, not pretty much. This thing was dead until Becky Lynch entered the Women's Intercontinental title picture. And man, I think they need to continue that and keep Becky Lynch with this title. But I think this match is going to be good. I know we've seen matches from Nikki Bella prior to this, from this year specifically, that just haven't been that great. But I feel like with Becky Lynch, I think she'll do good here. I think these two will put on a great match, but like I said, inevitably I do have Becky Lynch winning here. It just makes the most sense. And like I said, if the WWE really wants to pull the Nikki Bella card here, fine. I just think a lot of people might be pissed. I personally won't be pissed. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I mean, that's fine, but really, what do you do after that? Because I feel like that's kind of the big question. If you have Nikki Bella win this, is really what's next for Nikki after that. I mean, because I personally can't think. I could think of a few things that they could do with Becky, but I really just don't know about much what they could do with Nikki if she does win this. But I think obviously WWE is definitely going with Becky Lynch. They don't seem to have any sign of her losing this title, but man, I'm definitely hyped for this match. The build to this match has been actually pretty good, man. I've loved these women's promos, and honestly, man, I think this match, like I said, is going to be a good one. But inevitably, I do have Becky Lynch retaining her championship here. Alright, and next up we'll move on to Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis from the Wyatt Six defending their WWE Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits. Obviously, these are teams from over on SmackDown. But as far as really who I think is going to win this match, I think this one is another pretty obvious one that it's going to be the Wyatt Six, man. Really, without the titles, I feel like the Wyatt Six are kind of nothing, if you ask me. I don't know if you really want to say nothing, but they're definitely not going to be what they are now. Because if you think about it, the Wyatt Six's role in the WWE tag team division over on SmackDown is to be the major villains, to be the kind of be like the Night Stalkers, kind of. I mean, we've seen them in backstage segments over on SmackDown in the background of them from other members in the tag team in them. We've seen them like stalking other teams over on SmackDown. So that's kind of their role, and I feel like taking these titles away is kind of going to ruin that a little bit, because obviously the other tag team's role, without the Wyatt, the other tag teams on SmackDown, their role is to, defeat the Wyatt Six, to get rid of the Wyatt Six, to get the titles off of them. But I don't think that's going to happen right now, so I do think that the Wyatt Six are definitely going to retain here. I do think that in this match, it's going to, number one, I think this is going to be a good match, absolutely. But number two, I definitely think we could see some interference from other tag teams, but I don't think that's going to end in a DQ. I just think, yes, we could have some interference from other tag teams over on SmackDown, but it's not going to end into DQ, and inevitably, I think the Wyatt Six are absolutely going to win here. It could end in a DQ, but I just don't see that happening. But inevitably, I do have the Wyatt Six winning here, and it's honestly, this is really just something I want to see. The Street Profits are cool, but I don't think they need the titles yet again, and I think it's just better to keep them on the Wyatt Six. It keeps them going, it keeps them relevant, and it keeps the entire SmackDown tag division relevant, man. They does not need to go back to the Street Profits anytime soon. It needs to stay with the Wyatt Six for a good amount of time, and so that's why inevitably I do have the Wyatt Six retaining. Alright, and next up we move on to Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. And man, this one is a tough one, man. It's like I know who's going to win, but it's like I don't really want them to win, but man, it's just kind of a hard one. This is kind of a hard one for me, but I'm going to have to say that Bronson Reed is going to win this one, man. They've had a good thing going with him with this whole Shula Fala thing and the Tribal Thief, that they need to continue that, because really Braun Breaker is really all the spotlight, like even still. So really, if you want to continue to elevate Bronson Reed, you need to continue, or you need to have him win this one against a guy like Roman Reigns, who was dominating the WWE for 4+ years. So I mean, I definitely think they need to have Bronson Reed win here. That's why Bronson Reed is going to be my prediction. Like I said, as much as I want to see Roman Reigns win this one, my tribal chief, man, I don't mean to do you dirty, Roman. I don't mean to. But man, I just think the WWE it's just the right call for the storyline and from a character perspective, man. This whole thing, I've really been enjoying the Shula Fala and the Tribal Thief, but to continue to elevate that and to continue to push that out there to people that really don't care about Bronson Reed or really the entire The Vision faction, I think you really have to have Bronson Reed win here, man. It just would make sense. And I feel like if Roman Reigns really won this one, then where do you really go after that? It's really that kind of thing. But I feel like if Bronson Reed wins, there's a lot more that you could build off from that. You could, there's so much more that you can do after the fact if Bronson Reed wins rather than if Roman wins. So for that reason, I have to go with Bronson Reed, man. Like I said, man, Roman Reigns, I do not mean to do you dirty, bro. I don't mean to do you dirty. My tribal chief put the ones up all day, every day. But, man, for this one, I think I have to put him down, man. I just think Bronson's going to win, man. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people kind of think that, too. Like, I know a lot of people, including myself, really want Roman to win. But, honestly, I just think that Bronson Reed is going to be the right call by the WWE. And that's what they inevitably take, man. So, man, I'm going to have to go Bronson Reed, man, but this is going to be a great match. I already know it is. But yeah, inevitably, I am going Bronson Reed for this one. Alright, and now we'll traverse over on to John Cena versus Logan Paul, and for this match, I do have John Cena winning this one, but I think it is going to be in a match that is lengthy and grueling, man. Because in this build-up, one of the main things that John Cena has really been trying to get across to Logan Paul is the idea of respect and getting those people to like you, because you are a good star, but, you gotta get these people to like you. So I feel like John Cena, yes, is going to win, but I feel like Logan Paul is going to put up a great fight because I feel like the WWE really wants to gain. They want WWE. They want Logan Paul to gain more respect, and I feel like doing that in this match against the greatest of all time, John Cena, and having Logan Paul actually have some sort of a chance is going to really elevate Logan Paul to the fans that really don't like him. I personally do like Logan Paul. I will say I am now a Logan Paul fan. I've said that before in a previous video. I've said it actually in a few videos, I believe. But man, I think that is really what this match is going to make up of. It's going to be a great match no matter what, but I feel like there's going to be a few AAs hit on Logan Paul that he kicks out of, man. But I just don't think John Cena really is going to lose this one. I could see it. I really could see Logan Paul winning this one, but man, I just think that that's not going to be the call that WWE makes, and I feel like inevitably they will go with John Cena, but under the circumstances that Logan Paul had a great match with John Cena and he earns some respect from the fans. I expect, honestly, to hear some cheers from the fans after this match, and I expect probably like a handshake after the match, man. I really do, and it's kind of going to seem like maybe like a passing of the torch by John Cena. I feel like that's what this is going to kind of be. But man, I am going to have to go with John Cena. It's his farewell tour, man. I just don't see John Cena losing this one. But man, I can't wait for this match. It's going to be very freaking great, and man, I wish it was already freaking here. Alright, and now we will move on to the last match and what is most likely going to be our main event here at Clash in Paris. It is Seth Rollins taking on CM Punk, taking on Jey Uso, taking on LA Knight in a fatal four-way for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, Seth Rollins going in as the champion here. Man, dude, this is going to be a great match. There's no doubt about it, man. Four great guys, man. Four main event guys. Y'all can say whatever you want about Jey Uso. He is still main event Jey Uso. I do not care. He is main event Jey Uso. He is Mr. Yeet. So I don't care. These are four main event guys, man. LA Knight, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. Putting all these guys in a fatal four-way with such great character work from all of these guys and such great in-ring ability from these guys is just going to make a great freaking match, man. This is going to be a lengthy and freaking awesome match. But man, inevitably, I just do not see a title change, unfortunately, and I have to go with Seth Rollins. Now, I don't want to say unfortunately in the sense that I just don't want to see Seth win, because honestly, I really don't care who wins this match. Honestly, if LA Knight wins, I'm happy. If Jey Uso wins, I'm happy. If CM Punk wins, I'm happy. If Seth Rollins wins, I'm happy. It's really, I like every single one of these guys, man, so it's really hard to pick. But then again, Seth Rollins' reign just started, and I just don't see them really having Seth lose here. Now, you could argue that, yes, he could lose here because of the fact that, well, really, what do they do after? Because those are really the only main event guys that are really comparable to take on Seth Rollins currently is CM Punk, Jay, and, LA Knight. So, really, what do you do after that? But even then, man, I don't really bring that into my consideration, and I just really think that Seth is going to win here. But honestly, I'm going to say one thing, though. I will say this. A lot of people do think that we will see the fourth member of, is it the four? I think is it the four? Okay, I think it is the fourth. I think it is the fourth member of the Vision. Yes, it is the fourth member. So a lot of people think the fourth member of the Vision is going to be introduced here, if there is a fourth member. And honestly, I'm going to be on that train. I'm going to be on the train. I'm going to be on the ship, and I'm going to be on it when it sails, man. I will be on that boat that says that, of all those people, that says that there will be the fourth member of the Vision introduced here. And who is that fourth member? I believe it's going to be Austin Theory, man. I'm going to throw it out there. This is a really wild prediction in my opinion, but I'm going to throw it out there and say that Austin Theory is going to be he's going to be the fourth member of the Vision. He's going to help Seth Rollins win this match, man. I feel like, yes, we will see a interference from Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Absolutely, we will see that. But man, I just don't think. I think the WWE is gonna play it out as, they weren't enough to help Seth Rollins, and then we're gonna need that one extra push, and I think that extra push is going to be the Austin Theory push, and they're gonna bring Austin Theory into the Vision, man. I think it's this time. I think it's the time. Now, I know Austin Theory was on the Illuminati list. Was he? He was on some sort of list that, but I don't remember if he was actually I don't think he's actually out of the WWE yet, I believe. So I'm gonna go. Austin Theory is going to return here, and he's going to be a part of the Vision. But like I said, as far as this overall match and who wins, it's going to be Seth Rollins, man. Y'all say what you want. I just think Seth Rollins is going to win here. But like I said, I don't care who wins. I'm going to be happy no matter what, man. But my final prediction is we will see the fourth member of the Vision introduced here in Austin Theory, and I believe that Seth Rollins will walk out of here still our World Heavyweight Champion. Alright everybody, we have now reached the end of the video. I do hope you guys did enjoy. As always, leave me your thoughts on my predictions down in the comments below, or like I said, leave me your predictions about Clash in Paris down in the comments below. You can roast my thoughts, whatever you want, whatever you got to do, just throw it all down in the comments. And like I said, I do read your guys' comments. I do read most of them at least. And like I said though, if y'all did enjoy, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go follow the socials. That's my Instagram account, my X account. The links to those are in the description of this video. All that helps me out a ton, man, and it is much freaking appreciated. But let me know, how are y'all feeling going into Clash in Paris? I am feeling pretty hype, man. I think this is going to be a great card. Like I said though, hope y'all enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.